Do you know there is a city which was literally raised by a few feet? Yes, exactly. The people of this city did this crazy stuff back then in mid 19th century. They lifted the whole city up in the air.
Are you serious?
This city is Chicago. The reason being the elevation of Chicago, which was not much higher than the shorelines of Lake Michigan. As such, there was no drainage in the city. The city was mostly built on a swamp. Pools of standing water formed all over the city. The environment caused hygiene and health problems, including an 1854 cholera outbreak, which killed 1 in 20 residents. This crisis forced the city's engineers to take this drainage problem seriously. After a number of failed attempts to fix the problem, the city decided the only long term solution was to install a sewer system. But in Chicago, that was not an easy task. Chicago was barely above the water table, and underground sewers couldn't work at that level. In that case, do you just abandon the city and start again on more practical ground? Not if you're Chicago, the city of the broad shoulders. You commit and you adapt. You raise everything up to make room for the sewer system. In 1855, engineer Ellis S. Chesbrough was given the charge. He submitted a bold, outrageous, sounding proposal of raising the city of Chicago and to make a new street level. Chesbrough's plan involved raising the roads up to 10 feet, creating a new street grade that would accommodate sewer pipes plus gas and water mains below the ground. The plan was to install the sewers under the streets. By raising the streets a few feet, they'd have the room to add the sewers. So far, straightforward enough. But by increasing the height of the streets, suddenly the buildings around them would be half buried, or at least you'd need to step up to the street from your front door. That wouldn't make sense. Which is why they lifted all the buildings as well. In January 1858, the first masonry building in Chicago was raised. A 4-story, 70-foot-long, 750-ton brick structure situated at the northeast corner of Randolph and Dearborn Streets was lifted on 200 jack screws. Yes, you heard it right. Jack screws to its new grade, which was 6 feet 2 inches higher than the old one, without the slightest injury to the building. None of the business premises were closed down for lifting. As the buildings were being raised, people came, went, shopped, and worked in them as if nothing out of ordinary was happening. One of the most impressive races was the lifting of the Tremont House with guests still inside. A patron was puzzled to note that the front steps leading from the street into the hotel were becoming steeper every day. This huge hotel was raised fully 6 feet without a hitch. Many of central Chicago's hurriedly erected wooden frame buildings were now considered inappropriate. As such, instead of raising them, they were preferred to be relocated to the outskirts of the town. Chicagoans grew accustomed to seeing their city shift up as it blossomed into a more hygienic and efficient place. The raising of Chicago became the talk of the nation. But for the people of Chicago, the enormous undertaking not only solved a problem, it testified to the young city's character. Nothing better illustrates the energy and determination